So, hi Rishikesh, good morning, and thank you for joining in on time. So, today, what we are going to do, we are going to conduct your interview, that is your mock interview for your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We are going to mainly primarily focus on JavaScript today rather than HTML and CSS. So, if you have got any question, you can definitely stop me and ask. Okay. Uh,
Yes, sir.
right. Sure. So, Rishikesh, can you please tell me something about yourself?
Yes, sir. Hi, I am Rushikesh Kulkarni, and I pursued my education in Maharashtra in Udgir, VHS. The school name is VHS Udgir, and I pursued my inter in uh, SMU Udgir. And then I went to Andhra, and in Hyderabad, I pursued my engineering BTech degree, and I am recently passed out 2020. And I have a lot of interest in web development. When I came to my internship, I have seen when I worked on HTML, CSS, and that things. I loved that things. Means there is no like Java and other backend languages. There is nothing like it's directly coming output. It runs on browser, so I like that, and I got to know that I have interest in web development. So this is about
Right. So you mentioned that you passed out in the year 2020, and
yes, sir.
you have your passion towards web development
Yes, sir.
rather than into backends and everything.
Yes, sir.
That's good to know. And also, I would like to know that during the time of your web development training or the course you might have pursued something, uh, what challenge did you face the most during that time? Everything definitely did not go smooth. So, what is the most challenging thing that you faced, and how did you overcome that?
When it comes to the engineering, we are being engineering students. We face so many challenges, and we have that ability that the problem solving skills. So that thing I know means whenever the problem came, I know this is for some time. So always there is a problem. Every day for me there is a problem, but uh, I am means like we are okay with that. We being an engineers, we know that how the problems are faced. So our main task is that only. So
Right.
I think problems are not means what problems are not for so much time or something like that.
Okay. If you can share any experience of yourself, means a problem that you faced, and as you are very positive, you have got a positive attitude towards your life, what we can understand. So, how did you
Yes.
overcome that challenge, means that problem? Can you just give one example?
Okay. Um so many things like last month only we have seen my family got into danger. Means a whole family got COVID. So from that
Right,
situation, I helped all the members. I
right,
lived with them, and
right,
for my mama, I personally I am with him for 30 days, but I didn't got
right,
that. Means I didn't got that feeling that I will get a corona. I know
right,
he's because today all we know that all are using mask and so many things.
right,
But I
right,
know that person having corona, but the my attitude is about him, that positive attitude. So uh, I am mentally strong that time. So that problem, because 30 days I lived with him, I ate with him, but mentally I'm strong. So I came with that.
Yeah, we
Right.
actually we really sorry for that thing which is
Yes, sir.
happened
Yes.
with you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you shown your means humanity there. So that is great thing.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thanks for
that's good to know.
sharing your
Yeah,
experience.
thank you. Uh, and yes, one more thing I would like to ask that though you are extremely positive, there are some kind of weaknesses that we have as well as a human being, as an individual. So if you can highlight any one of your weakness that you feel that yes, that weakness is there in you.
I feel that means if someone wants to means take advantage from me, I means come in that
Yeah, means they can
means
take easily. You are saying.
easily
Okay.
means my behavior is like I want to help them if they are in problem. I want to help them. That I saw many times in myself.
So that means you are saying that you can very easily be manipulated by others.
No, 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 not manipulated, but I help them.
So you have a helping personality.
Yes,
So
yes,
in
yes,
the industry, it might happen that when you are working in a project, there would
yes.
be someone who might be asking you that please help me in this project. So
Yes.
what you are going to do? Are you going to leave your task and help that person because he is closely connected to you? What will be your approach towards that scenario?
Yes. If I'm working in my company for a project, for my project, definitely I don't leave that because it's my task. I want to complete that. But beside that, I can help him. Beside that, there is so much time. I can help him. I will tell him you should do that. You should do that or learn that. That will help you for that project.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And there is so much time in company. We have so much time like intervals and all that thing. So whenever I get used to bore for some time, I will go there. I will share with him about my task and I can help him. So I will also get some energy that I know that thing and I am helping him. So that's the thing.
Okay, suppose suppose there is one situation like at the same time you have to help to your colleague, and at the same time you have some urgent issue or urgent work. So at that time, how you will handle that? Miss,
My urgent work means I will definitely I will do my task firstly, then I will help him.
but but at the same time your colleague is also having same priority task, so he needs
Yes,
help from you. So at that time, how you will manage
Is
that?
how you are going to react to that scenario. Suppose, for example, I'm giving a scenario that I am a very good friend of yours, okay,
yes, sir. Yes,
and there is my manager who's asking me a job that I know you can only do. I do not have that knowledge,
yes,
and that is in high priority. And you have at the same time also got a task, might be a different task with a high priority. So how are you going to deal with this kind of scenario? Because it generally happens in the industry.
yes. Then first I will check which task is has highest priority. Firstly, I will means there is some time. Okay, for some time I will do this task, and for some time I will do this task, and both should be completed because my manager also will not happy if I don't work on that task. Okay, so I will do that task also for some time, and this task also for some time. Like we do in project management or project management, we have so many methods like agile and all that. In that we see that so many tasks are done on for some time, and there are lots of projects in industry. Okay, if I am working, I am
But
not
you
only.
are assigned a particular task, right? You are not
Yes,
told to manage
yes, yes,
different
yes,
things.
yes, yes,
You have only been assigned for a particular task,
yes,
and right now you are saying that you will put your both feet on two boats. So, do you
yes,
think it
sir.
is going to work?
So as we have 24 hours in our life, in a day. Okay, in that 8 hours we'll sleep. Huh? Up to that my manager's task will complete. I will work 6 hours on this 6 hours, on that 6 hours, and 8 hours I will sleep. There are more 4 hours are there.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So like that, being an
Okay.
engineers, we did so many tasks like that. If today one exam and tomorrow one exam is there, we'll complete that both the syllabus at one day.
But do you think that definitely you are proving yourself to be highly productive by doing two tasks? Do you think the quality won't get affected if you are doing two tasks? Not only you are concentrating on your task, but you are not giving your 100% in that task. You mentioned that you will be doing some for this one, some for that one, right? So
Yes.
that means your concentration has got divided. So
Yes.
don't you think the quality will definitely get affected due to that? Neither you will land a good quality on your task nor in
Yes.
that other task.
Yes, sir. Then, as I'm working for long time, if suppose I'm working for long time, then I have good knowledge on that thing. So I know what is wrong and what is right. And about quality, that's the main thing. Okay. If someone told me, if company given me the task that they want a quality product from me, and manager also assigned me one task, means he knows only I can do that. Means I have some knowledge on that, means so that he has given to me. So I will divide one day, or sometime I will check the probability. I will divide that task and I will complete. That's the thing.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay, sir.
Rishikesh, for sharing your thoughts.
Yes, sir.
We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So right now we will get into your technicals. We'll check how strong you are in your technical skill sets and everything. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thanks.
So the first question I would like to ask is that, as you mentioned, that you have got very you have got a good passion towards web development and everything. So I
Yes, sir.
guess, and I'm assuming that you have done HTML, CSS, JS, and everything.
Yes, sir.
So I would like to know that what is JS?
JS. So JavaScript is a lightweight, object-oriented, and functional programming language, as well as it is server-side, client-side scripting language.
Is it client side or server side?
Both.
Both.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to ask one question. So you mentioned like it is both client and server side language. So what do you mean by client side language?
First of all, when JavaScript came, it is only built for a client-side scripting language. Okay, like Angular and all the things. And then it came to the server side. Server side as Node, and we are using. So as client-side scripting language, it runs only on the client side or a browser. Yeah, it won't means contact with the server. So we can execute our programs on client side only. It runs in a browser. So that's the client side
And
scripting language.
how we can use JavaScript at server side?
At server side, we have frameworks like Node.js. In front end, we use AngularJS for front end. And at server side, yes, sir.
Not Node.js, only JavaScript. How we can use at server side?
Uh, means yes, sir. We can use on server side as a programming language.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. How and where?
Means at server side, whenever we want a response from a server, for that we can use JavaScript as Java and Python, or the languages like that we can use at server side.
Okay.
Okay. No issues. Uh, so I would also like to know that what are the different types of data types that are available in JavaScript?
Number, string, boolean, undefined.
Are you missing anything?
There are two types of data types. One is primitive data type and another is non-primitive data types. Okay, in primitive data types, number, string, boolean, and undefined, and null is there. These five are in primitive data types. In when it comes to non-primitive data types, array, object, and functions, these are the non-primitive data types. Sorry for okay.
No issues.
Yeah. Suppose if I have declare one variable like var a,
Yes, sir.
and at the next line I'm checking the type of that variable. So what will be the output?
Where a, and next line we are checking the output undefined.
Undefined.
Yes,
How we will check the data type of that variable?
means in console.
Yeah, but which keyword or which code we will use to check that?
For that, uh, type of is used for checking the data type.
Okay, okay. Uh, and suppose, let's say, if I am, suppose I have declared the same variable like where a, and at the next
Yes, sir.
line I have written like a is equal to, in the double quote, double one. So what will be the
Yes, sir.
type of that variable? And at the next line I have checked that
String,
it will be string.
string, sir. Yes,
Okay,
it will be string.
okay.
Also, I would like to know about, I think you do have a knowledge of operators as well. So,
Yes, sir.
what is the equal to operator in JS?
Equal to operator is used to means checking the sorry, triple equals to used to checking the data type, and equals to used to check the value checking the value
Value of what?
uh, value
What
of
whose value will be in check?
for what we are assigning.
Can you explain these concept like double equal to and triple equal to concept using any of the example?
Yes, when we are using if condition, if we are using if condition and there is inside we are checking the string, then we will simply use equals to. It will check the only that string, means that if 11 is there, it will also consider it as a number. It will not check for the data type. Okay, and when we use triple equals to, it will check also the data type. It will compulsory, it will give the string. That's the thing.
So suppose at first line I have an variable a and I have assigned the value like 10 to that, only simple 10, and at the next line I have declared another variable that is b, and I have assigned 10 variable means like 10 value in double quote, and at the next line I am checking that like if a is equal to b, then what will be the output?
True.
And if at the next line if I check a triple equal to b, what will be the output?
False.
What is the reason behind this true and false, double two and
Yes,
triple equal to?
when we check with triple equals to, it will check the data type also. And
Okay,
when we use only equals to, that string value are also considered as a number.
okay, got it.
Right. So basically, in right, understood. So also, I would like to know that when you are trying to submit a form using JavaScript, what should be the code that should be used?
What should be the
Code.
code?
Yeah.
Code. Okay. uh, I should tell.
You can write it in the chat section if you want.
नहीं बोल I can tell also.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Tell.
Firstly we will create our HTML structure, and inside body we'll
Just tell me the code.
form tag we'll use first. Form, and inside that, what we want inside form input types, we'll take all the input types. Okay, and that form action, where we want to submit our form, there will it is assigned in form action attribute, on which page we will go after submitting the form. And when 2-3 input fields like name, password, email we have given, then we will use button type, input type. Input type is equals to button, and there we will use submit as a value and closing that, and then we'll close our form tag.
So basically, we use document.form0.submit function. So that is the code that we basically do to submit a
In
form.
JS. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you know global variable?
Yes, sir.
What is that in JavaScript?
In JavaScript, global variables are means outside the function, which are used in whole page. That are the global variables.
Okay, and what is difference between local and global variable?
Local variables are only in used in a block or a function, and global variables are used in whole page, in function also and outside the function.
Okay, and how to declare that? How to declare global variable?
Global variable we can declare in outside the function in anywhere in the page, which is the scope is for all the page.
Suppose at the middle of the page, I have declared one variable that will be global at top of the page.
In middle.
Suppose I have declared one variable at middle of the page and I
Yes.
am using that variable at top of the page. So will it be accessible, and is that like a global variable?
It will give means if we are declaring middle of the page, it is declared, but it will give upside undefined value because of hoisting in JavaScript.
Yeah, but just before some time you have mentioned like we can
Yes,
declare
it is global variable.
anywhere and it is global variable, but why then it is not accessible at top of the page?
It is declared. It is declared as a global variable, but we can't use because of the behavior of JavaScript. There is a default behavior of JavaScript, that is hoisting in JavaScript. So that value, because the declaration is declared, but value is not shifted to the top of the page.
Okay, and suppose if we are declaring the same variable, like suppose variable called a is a global variable, and inside the one of the block of the code like loop, we have declared again local variable as a. Then we are using inside that same variable a. Then which variable will be accessible?
Means uh,
Means
one more time.
suppose we have declared one variable a as a global variable and also the
Yes,
same variable as a local variable, and
yes,
we are using that same variable a in the block of that
block.
code. So which
Yes,
variable will be accessible?
local.
Local variable.
Yes.
Okay, and you mentioned there is one concept called hoisting. What is that?
In JavaScript, it is a default behavior of JavaScript in which all the declarations are shifted to the top of the page of
Okay,
current scope.
okay, fine.
Okay, so Rushikesh, I'm sending you a question on the chat section. So can you please share the what will be the output of the following?
12, 12.
12.
Yes,
But if you see the 7 is 3 plus
yes,
2 is an
is a,
integer.
yes,
Our 7 is a string.
yes. It is
So
a coercion concept will come in this. uh, Default coercion means that string also converted as a number. JavaScript it takes as a number. That is the coercion concept is there.
Okay,
okay,
yeah. Do you know jQuery?
jQuery,
so they have
it
not yet
started.
started with jQuery properly.
Okay.
Okay, I have a final question from my side. Then if you have got any amount, then you can ask.
Yes, sir.
Uh, I think you have heard of void zero.
Word zero,
Yeah, in
zero,
JS. Yeah, void zero. So what is the use of void zero?
word zero.
I'm just typing it on chat. Just check.
Word zero. Don't know, sir.
Okay, no issues. So counter to that question, I should ask another question then. Uh, are you aware of the pop-up boxes that is available in JavaScript?
Yes, sir.
So what are the different kinds of pop-up boxes that are available?
Alert is there. prompt is there, and one more is there. Alert, prompt,
Confirm.
confirm.
That's right. So, Amol, I'm done from my end. Do you want to ask any more technical questions to
Yeah, yeah,
Rishikesh?
yes. So do you know this keyword in JavaScript?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
This is a keyword in JavaScript that means it is represent the closest or nearest object of a function.
Okay. And what do you mean by object in JavaScript?
Object for storing multiple values, we use objects as a key value pairs.
And how to declare that? Means what is
There
it?
are two methods. One is literal method. Literal method means we'll declare as if where o1 is a, or obj is equals to new object,
Okay.
and it is a constructor method, and another is a literal method that is like we'll use curly braces, and then there is key and value.
Okay.
Inside that colon is there,
Okay,
and it
fine.
is separated by comma.
So if I said, suppose there is one HTML form, and if I said submit that HTML form using JavaScript, so is that possible? And if possible, how to do that?
Yes, it is possible by using events, event events in JavaScript. So um, we use add event listener as a submit event. On that submit button, we will use submit event, and for that we will write a callback function, and we'll submit that.
Callback function, but inside that, what do we have to?
Inside that, we will save that info if we want to save in a local data storage of or if we want to send it to a server, we'll means uh, in formed attributes we'll send it. We use attributes. And if you want to store at our local storage, we'll use a local data storage for that.
And suppose if we want to style any element,
Yes,
style means apply CSS to
yes,
any
sir.
element using JavaScript. Can we do that? And if yes, how to do that?
Yes, sir. We can do that. Firstly, we'll select that element by a query selector or in element selector or class selector or ID selector, and then we'll take that means variable, and that if that variable is some d1 d1 dot style dot, and then we'll write if we want to change the color or background color, and is equals to what color we want to give in the JavaScript we can give.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah. So, are you done with all your questions, Amol?
yeah, one last question from my side.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between view state and session state?
What is the difference between
View state and session state.
view state? View.
And session state. Do you know that view state and session state?
No.
Okay.
Session means session. Our session. I know, but view state I
You
don't.
you know the general session means what is the session in web page like that.
Yes, yes. I know that.
Yeah, you can explain that. What is session?
Session means for some task or some programs, like we'll set sessions. As a programmer, we'll set sessions. If any activity is not there for 30 minutes or 1 hour, we'll quit that session or we'll erase that info.
Yeah, and what is the need of that session?
If sometimes on our phone or on internet cafes, we'll open our some accounts, and we forgot, and we'll go like that only. Someone can check our data and all the things, or use our account there. For that we use session.
Okay, Shubdeep, one more last question. Then we will
Okay,
wrap.
sure. Yeah.
So I would like to ask one last question. So is there any alternative to JavaScript?
alternative to JavaScript for front end or back end?
Yeah, front end only. At client side only. Suppose if I ask you, we have to perform some JavaScript operation, like suppose one click event. Let's say one
Yes, sir.
click event. But I
Yes, sir.
said we don't have to use JavaScript. Then what will be the alternative for that?
Yes, as sir said, jQuery is there.
No, no. Actually, jQuery is a
JavaScript.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
JavaScript only
JavaScript.
because it is a framework. So
Yes,
we don't have that option, but
yes.
we have to perform that activity. So how we will do that without JavaScript?
Without JavaScript, we can for events only. For events only, we can use HTML, CSS also in
No,
front end.
suppose for click event, I have to perform
Ah,
any operation on click event. Suppose there is
ah,
a button click event. For
yes,
that,
yes.
do we have any other alternative, or we have to use JavaScript only?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, there is alternative for that. Please do check.
Yes, sir. Okay, definitely.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's it from my side.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure. So Rishikesh, it was lovely meeting you, and
yeah,
there are many areas of improvements as well that you
Yes,
will get to know,
yes,
and we will be discussing everything. This was your first mock interview,
yes, sir.
so thinking that it was a surprise interview and also first mock interview, you have done good.
Yes,
However, it could have been better in many some areas where in some
yes,
basic areas you missed few points, and there are many areas of improvements that we will be discussing during the class, during the training as well.
yes, sir.
So do not have to worry because
Yes,
once these things are clear, then definitely you can excel
yes, sir.
during your interview with any company. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Okay,
having
sir.
said that, we come to the end of this today's interview. Okay, and hopefully we'll be conducting numerous interviews in near future.
Yes, yes,
So
sir.
if you have got any question, you can ask. Do you have any question?
Yes, means oh, this only about starting में अच्छा नहीं गया ना starting जो personal
Okay, no issues.
ये था.
That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Uh, we will discuss those things, not right now. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes.
and just keep on working hard.
Yes,
We are
sir.
getting good feedbacks. Where you are doing good. However,
Yes, sir.
you have a much bigger potential as well. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Amol, for your
yeah,
time as well.
yeah. Thank you,
Thank you,
Rushikesh,
sir.
and
Thank you,
Yeah.
Amol, sir.
hope you
Thank you.
enjoyed
Thank you.
the means interview.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you very
Amol, sir.
much.
Thank you, Shubhit, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.